Hi, this is John, and TikTok has been in the news lately, so I re-edited one of my earlier shows about the TikTok interface and why it's so powerful for predictive modeling. And in the same spirit, I wanted to take a minute to invite you to a mail and predictive modeling get-together with the WDMA next week, Thursday, this coming Thursday, and 3 p.m. Chicago time, January 30th. And in honor of Groundhog Day, which is on a Sunday, so we're going to do that ahead of time, we're going to talk about predictive modeling and why mail is so crucial if you really want to get machine learning working for your company. And I look forward to seeing you. I've put that Groundhog Day thing on a little sign on my video, which took me hours. You know, it's down over here in this corner. So look forward to seeing you. Have a great, enjoy the video, and hope to see you on Thursday. Bye-bye. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm John Nicklash for the WDMA. Today I want to talk about TikTok, and this is the way it works. It just kind of goes endlessly like this. Point of view, it itches deep inside your hand. And then they just add a little sound to it. And it just goes on and on and on. And unless you tell it you don't want to see that one, you can swipe off and go to the next one. But then it just keeps feeding some more. And it's really hard to stop because you just want to see, well, what's next? That wasn't so great, but let's see what's next. So let's get over to Mark Ritson. You can't beat TikTok by becoming its clone. He does that. Okay, so there's only 4 good things about TikTok. Large monthly user base, 45-minute average daily spend by the users, average, okay, compared to about a half an hour for the next best of anybody, and they're not even that high anymore. A peculiarly ad-appropriate design, and I'm going to talk specifically about the design in a little bit, which allows you to blend promotional content seamlessly into TikTok's endless video stream, and meteoric growth. The time to 1 billion users, okay? Facebook took almost 9 years, YouTube 7, WhatsApp 7, Instagram 7.5, TikTok 5 years. And being a disruptor, I thought this was good, confers 0 skill to handle disruption. Those companies that built their growth from aggressively targeting legacy companies are probably more vulnerable to those attacks themselves, right? They showed us how to do it. And Mark said he's astonished. There's an astonishingly underwhelming reaction to TikTok's rapid growth. Instagram was about curation and community and not about recommending videos, okay? So what did everybody do? And he went through the key competitors. Instagram's competitor response can be summarized as follows. More video, though Instagram was really built on images, not videos. Make videos shorter and full screen. Auto full screen is the way TikTok works. You know, other platforms, you have to click on it to blow it up and get it to start running. TikTok, it's running and you have to stop it. Okay, we'll get into that in a second. And use an algorithm. They all have algorithms. And I've got some tips for YouTube when we get there. And then YouTube announced shorts that look a lot like TikTok. I hate those shorts because they aren't well targeted to my interests. And now I don't spend enough time on TikTok to get it to my interests either, right? But I've noticed on YouTube that I see the same videos over and over and over listed. I've not watched them over and over and over and over and over in my recommended videos. You'd think they could change up their algorithm, or at least if I've seen that video, I don't know, 3 dozen times and not clicked it, maybe they could put some new ones in there. I've noticed if you take a completely different category of video that the recommendations will change. But if, say, you like subsistence farming and exotic sailing race, global sailing races, and barn car rebuilds. And you keep going around those categories, you'll see the same recommended videos over and over and over. You got to jump out of the category to find something different. And maybe you're not that interested in the category, but you just clicked on something and watched it. Doesn't matter. It's really they're very, very sticky, and they basically are boring. And so what they've done is they're basically destroying their own brand. YouTube with their recommendations, their poorly done recommendations. Facebook with their locking you into something that you don't want. I hate TikTok because, for one thing, it comes up and blares at me right off the bat. It's like, ugh. And for another, if there was any in human history, as there was anything designed to be a waste of time, it's TikTok. After you finish your 45 minutes on TikTok, try to remember any of the videos you just saw. It's like pure titillation on steroids. I think you're probably training your brain just to turn off and just absorb. So anyway, but what I wanted to get at was that TikTok algorithm and how Facebook and Instagram and others have not captured it. Kylie Jenner and Kim Kardashian agreed that they didn't like the new Instagram video format. They have combined they have 686 million followers, and they decided to start a petition to stop Instagram from trying to be TikTok, because their Instagram is a little more visual than Facebook and a little less community. But I mean, the B groups aren't nearly as big, but they are in that more in that genre. So TikTok immediately stopped. However, Ritson says Masseri clearly did not get the bigger point. The TikTokification of Instagram will continue despite the fact that users don't want Instagram to be TikTok. They'll just try again and try and do it better. Okay. Now, let's talk a little bit about why TikTok works so well. TikTok is powered by a recommendation engine, but it's the same basic statistical algorithms that I've been using for 25 years and really were invented in the 1950s. I watched one of the tech people at Google do a whole seminar on their recommendation engine and how they find what they think you'll like and what they think you're looking for. And she admitted this is all from the 50s. The thing that makes it work is identifying what you actually like versus what we think you like. That's the puzzle. And what TikTok does is their entire design here over on the right is designed to answer that question. So you can like it, you can swipe it, you can comment, you can share. These are levels of liking, and you can also get rid of it. Okay, and the next one comes right up. Their best try at the next one. They don't care who your friends are. They don't care about any of that. They just care about trying again, and they give you another try, and they see if they get it right. This is heuristic, iterative, scientific method, if you will, and they do get it right because over and over they iterate, and you have to tell them to stop. You have to tell them what you don't like. And as I pointed out, I don't know, dozens and dozens of times, it's easier to model what you don't like than what you do like. If you're high income, high education, high population density, and we think you're going to like a Bugatti, but you might like a Ferrari instead, or you might like a Jaguar, or Jack Miller explained why he had a Jaguar and not a Rolls Royce like his brothers got. What you are going to actually choose with all your money and resources is very difficult to predict, and it may change with the wind, right? And you may already have 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 or 15 luxury cars. So what's the next one? It might be the one you don't have, but it might also be a new variety of what you do have. It's hard to tell, but it's probably not going to be a Chevy or a Nissan Leaf, right? That's not going to be it. And, I would love to tell ESPN that I don't care about women's basketball finals. It's not that I don't like women. It's not that I don't like basketball. It's I just don't, and every time I bring it up, there it is. Even when they know who I am, doesn't matter. There's no way to tell them. They don't want to know. TikTok wants to know. Can't do that in Twitter. Goes by, and they don't know what you're doing. They have no clue what's going on in what you like and especially what you don't like. And Trung Fan, great article, just a short little article, but you got to read it, okay, if you want to understand TikTok. And finally, here's an article about how to if you're going to advertise, a good article, good summary. Don't create an ad. Hire a TikTok creator because they can create in minutes or certainly an hour or two new content. TikTok is also designed for rapid content creation, okay? Very, very fast. And they have a lot better idea than your ad agency what's working because they're in it every day and they're creating new stuff all the time. Okay, it's enough for today. Oh, I wanted to say, Ritson, spot on. I worked with about 6 safety companies all at the same time. Everybody wanted to be like lab safety that would grown and grown and grown and grown and grown. And in every case, I talked them out of it. And I looked at what was key about their company. Differentiation is not dead. This is basically about this, about how you need to do something different. By playing the game your way, to your strengths, on your terms, it remains one of the hallmarks of successful business strategy. I'm working on a potential acquisition, and the first thing I did when I talked about to the equity firm was I told them why I thought, though this company was compatible with ones they'd recently acquired, why it was different, why it was a little bit unique, and it offered something that they can't easily build. They said they're interested. It's a little bit small for them. There's other hurdles that would have to be jumped, but that's where we started. We started with the uniqueness. When every platform opts for short-form videos derived from user-based sources taking up the full screen of each app and scrolling vertically from one to the next, there ain't a lot of pixels left for distinctive brand assets. And most importantly, these competitors don't understand why TikTok works. It's not their algorithm per se. It's the user interface that's designed to give the algorithm the information it needs. The same reason that Mail allows machine learning and AI to work when no other medium does. And that'll be in the session on Thursday. Learn why you should be doing Mail, if only to give information to your machine learning project, if only to find the gold in your customers. Have a great day. Like and share. Some people have been sharing. It's great. Sharing is